So hey everyone, Shane here, and tonight I'm going to show you guys how to cook in titanium and not scorch it if you're doing something like soup. It's not necessarily really the pot, it's really kind of the heat that you use. I got a lot of questions about it, so I figured, you know, I'll just show you. All right, so I'm gonna make some soup. This is just a split pea and ham soup. I accidentally ripped the label, but no big deal, right? So, oh hey, look at this. These are from Foxlight Gear. Really love these things. I never really kind of knew what I was going to use these things for, but gosh, they are neat. Look cool, don't they? Look at that one. There's their logo right there as well. I picked up a really lightweight bag to keep some stuff in, and they sent this bag along for me to check out, which is really cool. I already think I'm going to put my tent stakes in this because I keep all my stakes together, and I just think that this is just perfect. And this is Cordura, so heavy duty, and this is just their real lightweight stuff. Real nice. Anyway, so I actually brought out the Emberlit UL, which is in titanium, just to put it next to the FireAnt for kind of a size comparison here. Take a look at that. The FireAnt is definitely a smaller stove. But what I like about the FireAnt is it's a very narrow stove, so you really get a really nice fire column in there. And this is great here. So when you put wood in, like so, if you're gonna feed it like this, okay, what it's doing is it's almost creating like a bridge. And by creating that bridge, you're gonna have your fire, say, up here setting. Let me use a stick to point, how about that? So you'll have your fire up here setting, up on top, and you'll get this nice airflow underneath through this hole here, and it'll just feed your flame, so that's really cool. A little bit different, of course, when you come over here to the Emberlit UL, but I believe the holes they look the same. I'm not gonna pull out a tape measure, but they seem like they're the same, don't they? Maybe a little bit different, but anyway, so we're gonna talk a little bit about the FireAnt. I just wanted to bring that stove out just to kind of show you guys a little bit of size comparison, because I know sometimes it's a little difficult to see exactly what you're kind of working with. So one thing I want to say is I absolutely love the FireAnt design. I've always liked it. It's really small, it's compact, but even if they made this stove in a larger version, I think it would absolutely work fantastic. Yeah, see, I'm just throwing just a bunch of wood in there. This stuff is really dry, really dry. So I'm not too overly worried about stuffing it, you know, really full. But what I'm doing is I'm trying to get a nice coal bed in the bottom of this stove. So I'm just filling it up with a bunch of wood, and then I'm just gonna let it burn for a bit. I know people new to stoves get a little bit frustrated when they go to light a stove and it just kind of goes out on them. So what I'm doing by building this coal bed, or by building this fire up like I am, these are all gonna be nice hot embers in the bottom of the Emberlit stove. So we'll let this burn down, and then we'll start cooking on top of that. This is a really cool 3-piece kit. A lot of times I'll do this and I can have my oatmeal. Let me come over. Oh, let me put it over here. It's easier for y'all to see. So this is my 3-piece kit here. That's from Keith Titanium. I love it. So I've got a lid that doubles as a bowl. Open it up here for you. I got this lid that doubles as a bowl. And inside, I've got this cup, which really is a nice tea or a coffee cup just to kind of sip on. And then of course I've got this really nice 1.2 liter pot. It is nice. So I'm gonna put my soup in it, because believe it or not, the stove's gonna be ready here real soon. and I'm eating split pea and ham soup. May not be your thing, but I think it tastes great. Get a look at that. Ooh, yes. So I'm going to, the wind is picking up on me a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and put the windscreen around it just to help me control it a little. Sometimes when you're putting a windscreen around your stove, if you ever have an issue with the wind blowing your windscreen all over, you can take little sticks and stick them right on the inside to help your stove from pushing in. So I'm not ready to put my food on here yet. Now, if I just wanted to boil water real quick, I would definitely put my water or my pot of water on there right now, because to me, that would be a really good fire to boil on. In fact, the very first fire I had on here would have been a really good fire, as long as it wouldn't have choked out the fire. Sometimes when you put a pot on top of a stove and it's too early, you just lit it, you can actually choke the fire out. Okay, so now you see how it's burned down to coals. That's the cooking fire I want to use. There's a flame in the middle, surrounded by coals. So I'm gonna go ahead and just put my pot on here. I'm gonna put the lid on it. Now, what I can do from this point is now I can just start putting wood. I don't have to put big wood or small wood in there. I'm just gonna start sticking wood in here, and this wood will ignite on the coals. So that way I'll have a nice steady flame underneath it and I won't scorch my soup. See how there's flames in there from the wood I just put in? That wood's already caught. That's what you want to be cooking on. Just a little bit of wood in there, right? It's a little bit of wood. And this is that one wet piece I stuck in there. It's been burning. So that little bit of wood in there. Look at this soup. Wow, this is looking good. If you like split pea soup with ham, this is looking good right here. We're getting there. Right, the soup is definitely done. Stoke this up a little bit. Let those coals burn out. So the soup is definitely done, nice and hot. Let's give it a taste test here, shall we? Woo! Woohoo! It's hot. Really, that's it. Low and slow and you're good to go. So I really appreciate everybody coming along and just watch this real quick little stove video on how to not scorch your titanium pots when you're cooking with soup. I had 3 questions about that. If you guys have any other questions about using certain items as far as like stove related out in the woods or anything like that, put a comment down in the, put a question down in the comments, put a question down in the comments and I'd love to answer them. Any excuse to use a stove, or if you want to see me use a certain type of stove, just hit me up and I probably have it. All right, so we'll talk to you later. Thank you so much for coming along and we'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.